Yeet McGeet. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. All right, everybody. I did not do my hair, so I'm going to be a little self-conscious about that. I'm going to pop on today and show you guys some stuff that I've been working on, and also have a little bit of a chat with ya. This is becoming a thing. I just like getting on these and sharing stuff with y'all. So this is a commission. I'm gonna pop it in this video. I'm gonna share an overlay of a more clear video of this. This is a complete commission I made for a friend. He actually got this as a gift for his roommate. He's a very generous guy. I'm really excited to give this to him so he can give it to his roommate. I'm really happy with how it came out. These are becoming a fun thing for me to make, and I found out I really like finding out things through my own experience. It's in my human design, but also it's just how I work. Human design is a map. It's not who I am, but it tends to be pretty accurate. And I found out that there's a reason we have handles on mugs. There's a reason that we have handles. The handles make it so that we don't get super hot when we hold a mug full of hot stuff, because, spoiler alert, this isn't the best insulator. It's not a horrible insulator, but it's not the best insulator. So I've started to actually put handles on my mugs. You'd think that that would be an obvious thing, but I wanted to just do what I wanted to do. I like finding out things on my own accord. There's a thing with human design called a 3-line. I have a 3-line. My human design is I'm a 3-5 projector. And the thing about the 3 in the 3-5, put these down, is they say it's called the martyr. It means trial and error. It means that I do stuff on my own accord. The way that they describe it is, I don't listen to what other people tell me is right. I listen to I find out things through trial and error. I actually found out through my own experience, which is hilarious because that's exactly what it's about. Finding out things through trial and error is a symptom. It's not actually what it is. It's a description of a downstream effect of what it means to be a 3. To have a 3 in my profile. And I'm going to clarify that. I do learn things through trial and error. But I learn things through trial and error because a more accurate description of what a 3 is my arbiter of what truth is my own subjective experience. I don't listen to dogma. I'm kind of immune to it. People tell me what is, and I'm like, yeah, I'll consider it. But what really matters is internal resonance. And the interesting thing that I'm starting to kind of figure out, which is, I'm not 100% sure about this, is that when it comes down to it, everybody is all the types. And everybody is all everything. It's just maybe there's less friction in a certain way. There's less friction if I do things in a certain way. And my energy is designed in a certain way. But everybody is all the types. I mean, I'm a projector, which means that I end up doing more like presence-based work. Like, instead of trying to initiate and trying to go do stuff, it seems things work out well when I focus on presence and focus on being. But that doesn't mean I can't initiate. That doesn't mean things won't work out well if I initiate. It just means that maybe that's not optimal for me all the time. So I'm starting to find out that, like, it's not that my design is a limiting factor. It's that, like, maybe this is the most efficient way But that doesn't mean that I even really need to, I'm kind of being vague here. That doesn't mean I really need to even stick to it. Like, I can kind of do what I want and let my body tell me whether it's happy with that or not. That's kind of vague. Maybe it's an unfinished idea in my mind. I'm not sure. We're going to put that on hold and start this little piece of pottery. Little piece of pottery. There's you can see my veins on this hand. You can see this hand. It don't see my veins because there's this bug that's been biting me here and there in Texas, where it just puffs up whatever it bites, and it's been biting my hand sometimes, and it's been biting my foot, and then it just kind of puffs up for a few days and feels sore. And I don't know what kind of bug that is. It kind of aches a little bit. So if you know anything about that bug, let me know in the comments, because I am very curious about that. So I want to talk about something that a journey I've been going on the past several months. Really after, I think it started in June. Yeah, I think it started in June. I went to a hape ceremony with the Yawanawa tribe. Let me take some stuff out of my pocket, because that is bothering me. Get clay all over my pants. Clay all over my AirPods. It is the cost of doing business. Move that out of my way. Whew. Alright, I'll wash these. I went to a hape ceremony here in Austin, led by the great Ashley and Angel, a couple other people at a ranch in Del Valle. Appreciate them very much. Thank you for them. Thank you to them. And the Yawanawa tribe. Yawanawa tribe are people, it's a tribe in Brazil, native tribe in the Amazon. They're well known for a specific kind of hape, tsunu. It's what they use. They don't really play around with their blends nearly as much as other tribes do. They just kind of have really two, but mainly one blend, at least that I know of. There's like a feminine blend, but generally they have a hape that is made with tsunu. Let me just make sure that this is recording, because that would be a disaster. It is recording. Good. Okay, cool. Because I also don't know how much battery it has, but I think it'll be fine for the rest of the video. So they came down and they did a hape circle, and so I distribute hape for a woman who goes to the tribes, and she has an amazing blend of hape, amazing. And she goes to the tribes and she coordinates, she talks to them, and they want to get the medicine out to the rest of the world, and she helps facilitate that. So it's a very like positive relationship, not like an extractive relationship. It's definitely a partnership. And she has. So I've been distributing her hape, and so in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. Like, I've been doing hape for a while. I've been doing a lot of it. Give me a strong dose. First I said give me a medium dose, and it was like kind of light. And I'm like, give me a strong dose. And the guy there, he was the brother of the son of the leader of the tribe. And the son of the leader of the tribe was also there. And he's next in line, so essentially, like, it's like one of the leadership of the tribe. And he put a bunch in his hand and blew it right up my nose, and it was a strong dose. It was a very strong dose. The only other, like, it was the second strongest dose I've ever had. The only other strongest dose was because I was in the middle of the jungle, communing with ayahuasca at the same time. So the only reason why it was not stronger than that was because I wasn't communing with ayahuasca at the time. But I think it was actually more hape. I felt very queasy, as happens with a large amount of hape, large doses, can make you feel queasy. I sat down, just really, really nauseous, and started thinking about my life. And at the time, my biggest thing in my life was Dating Unchained. I was traveling constantly for Dating Unchained. I was a dating profile photographer, one of the best in the world, and I was going around the world helping guys get what they want on dating apps. And I was and am really good at that. I helped over 200 guys around the world. It just did not, there was something about it that felt off, and I couldn't place it. And when I sat with Hape in the field there, I felt all that. And words came, but really it was more so just a knowing that I needed to move away from my business. Something about it wasn't resonant. It just really did not match my vibe. Something about it was like, no, this is not what I need to be doing right now. And at the time, I had, my expenses per month were maybe like $5,000, and I was already kind of behind because I was making good money. I was making anywhere between $8,000 and $12,000, $13,000 a month, but I consistently spent more than I got, no matter how much I made. And something was really out of alignment. So I'm one thing that I'm really good at is just yeet, jump off the cliff, trust the universe. I'm really good at that. It's been something that I've it's just kind of been my way of operating in the world. And so I did that. And I just decided, okay, I'm not necessarily going to tear down my business right now, but I'm going to stop advertising. I'm going to kind of center myself back into myself and start figuring out, like, what is it that I want to do? What is resonant? Something about my life is deeply off track. Like it's like I took a detour. I went the wrong way, and the GPS is like, hey, do a U-turn. Hey, do a U-turn. Hey, do a fucking U-turn. What is going on? Why aren't you turning around? This is not the direction, right? Because like 8 years ago, I started traveling the world and being like, okay, I dropped out of college, and I'm like, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to make $10,000 a month doing art and traveling. And that's what I achieved with my business. I started making $10,000 a month doing art and traveling. And I felt horrible. And so it's like, the thing that I asked for, I got. And something about it is not resonant. I couldn't really tell what it was that wasn't resonant. But something about it was like, this is what I asked for, but I'm not happy. What is it that I really want? And so over the next few months, I went to Burning Man. I did a 12-week creator development course, which was a spiritual development course, like intuition, attunement, subtle energy kind of stuff. And I got initiated into a mystery school, and I really dove deep into myself as a human, and then also into myself as a energy-attuned creative being who's more, we're not just a body, we're a field with a body. New friend of mine says that a lot. He's becoming a big influence on my life, and I'm really appreciating that. And so what I ended up doing was going deeper and deeper, especially after Burning Man, deeper and deeper into who am I if I'm not trying? Who am I when I'm not trying? Who am I when I just let myself be 150% like just instinct, just natural? Like, what comes up? What do I want to do when I am in a spot of just like pure flow? What comes out of me when I'm not trying? What is my natural essence? And that's prompted me to go deeper into human design. And it's not even necessarily that I can't ever initiate and that, like, as a projector, my job is to, like, just wait and be in the background. It's like, that's really not what it is. It's that at this point in my life, I just realized that I needed to get back, to turn the mirror back on myself and be like, who the fuck am I? I've been trying, like, in every moment I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to get something. I'm trying to get that girl to like me, or there's a guy that I respect and I want him to respect me back, or I want him to, I want this guy to mentor me, or, like, I want money, or, like, there was always something that I was wanting. And I'm like, who am I? Who am I without the story? Who am I without the narrative telling me who I am in my head? And that was an interesting, so that was like just a trust fall. I was like, okay, what if I stopped trying and just started being? And what happens from that space? And this was the journey I've been on the past few months. And what I will say that I'm really, really happy and excited about is that I finally, for the first time, as of, like, yesterday, unlocked a state of permanent peace. I know it's silly for me to say, like, oh yeah, yesterday. As of yesterday, I've unlocked a state of permanent peace. Then there's, like, the question, how the hell do you know that, Kristalos? Like, who says, like, what? It's been, like, a few hours. How do you know that it's a permanent state of peace? It's like, when you know, you know. It's like something clicks into place. And it's like, duh. This ain't going nowhere. No matter what happens. Like, I'm not saying I'm never going to be sad. I'm not saying I'm never going to be angry. I'm not saying I'm never going to be unhappy. I'm not saying I'm never going to be in desire. I'm not saying I'm never going to be thrown off or insecure. I'm going to be all those things at times, I'm sure. I'm sure that I'm going to be human at times. And also, it's very clear that every single moment of my life going forward is going to be peaceful, regardless of what's going on. If you've been through, if this has happened, people who've been through something like this, you'll, comment below and you'll be like, oh, duh, I get this. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Kristalos. Like, this is something that I've experienced, If you haven't experienced it, it's going to sound weird, and it's going to be like, well, what is he saying? I don't get it, and I don't trust him, and he's just saying something, he's just manifesting something by saying it really proudly. It's like, no, I'm not. This is something that I know. And that's the difference between, like, manifesting and, like, being. That goes into, like, deeper stuff. I don't really have the words to share yet, because that's something I'm still integrating. So I'm not going to talk about that yet. That'll be some other time. But yeah, yesterday it finally clicked, like, the sense of peace and comfort and safety regardless of what's happening outside of me. I've experienced this, I've practiced it, I've tapped into it, I've unlocked it over the past few months, and finally it clicked. Finally, the thing that I've been uncovering here and there in my life has locked in, and it's me fully, 100%. And so now I have this permanent state of peace that regardless of what emotions are coming up, regardless of what sensations, regardless of what is happening in my life, again, I can be angry and unhappy, but there's still going to be a peace, a baseline, rock-solid foundation of peace, regardless of what's on top of it. And, like, what do I do here? Who am I? Now it's, like, very clear. I don't have to try. I don't want to try. There's nothing for me to try for. Like, trying at this point is kind of impossible. Like, I don't have the ability. I was telling a few people recently in conversation, I don't have the ability to pretend anymore. Like, my masks Like they're gone. Like I don't have the ability to put the masks on anymore. It just feels so bad for me to pick up a mask and put it on. And it's not like I'm trying. It's not like I'm going to be a better person and be more real and more authentic. It's like, no, it's just like I can't. Somebody asked me how I'm doing. I can't. I just don't have the capability anymore. I can't force myself to say, oh yeah, I'm good. Unless that's legitimately how I am. What I'll say right now often is because people ask me how I'm doing. They generally don't want to have a conversation. Not in America. In Russia, they do. But here in America, it's like, from what I hear in Russia, they do. I haven't been there. But I'm like, oh, I'm present. I feel very present right now. I'm feeling very grounded, because I want to say something that's real, but I also want to say something that respects the social contract of like, oh, that's just how you say hello. But I can't say, oh, I'm good or I'm great, unless I am, in which case I'll say it. But it's like, I can't get myself to like say untruths. Like it's just not true anymore. And it feels like my whole being rejects it. So, I mean, that's been interesting and fun and like exciting, and being like, well, now I can't lie. Like I just can't get myself to, at least not consciously. Maybe if there's something that I'm not sure about inside myself, like it might come out as a lie later because it was, that really wasn't true. But like, I can't get myself to like, if there's something that I'm aware of that's not true, I can't say it. It won't. No. Excuse me. So that's been an interesting development in my life. And then from that place, what is it that I do? Like, what is my mission? It's becoming clear to me that figuring out, really, I need to get another Insta360 because like that thing just dies so quickly. Yeah, it's really, it's like, I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, like, what is it that I do? Like, what is my mission? What is it that I have going on in my life? And it's become very clear that like, that is about to become clear. Like, not from, hey, I'm this person and I'm going to do something. My job is to do this to help the world. It's like, this is me, and this is me doing my mission, and like me resting back into myself and not trying to do anything is becoming me being able, like me having a mission. Like there's an inherent like drive somewhere in my being to do something or to have an impact in a certain way, to create something. And the key isn't for me to find it from a mental level and go do it. The key is for me to rest and relax, and it emerges. And I'm feeling that process starting. So it's like this magical place where like, from the outside, yeah, I'm doing work. Like I'm creating things and putting effort in. But from the inside, I'm just in flow, baby. I'm just in the fucking flow. And it feels really good. And I'm excited for this flow to continue. I'm excited for the seas of my masks to continue to part, and underneath the mission to come out and come through. That process has already started. So another thing I want to share is these. So the ones that aren't commissions, I've shown you the pieces before. They're going to get fired. They're going to get glazed. And also some from the last firing. They're all going to go on Etsy. So I'm going to be putting these on Etsy to support everything, support my mission. So that I'm really stoked for, to get these into your hands. And so like if there's one that I'm creating during an episode and you really want it, there's going to be an Etsy link in the description. And also like, yeah, I mean, there'll be more details on that, but that's something that I'm starting and I'm really excited to do. And so check out the Etsy in the description. There's going to be some pieces on there, and they're going to be fun. So appreciate you. If you want to support the channel, check that out. I'll probably start a Patreon at some point or some sort of subscription thing. But for now, ciao. And I'll see you in the next video.